Generic greetings. This is What's Going On, episode 2. Well, actually, it's not really episode 2, is it? Because episode 1 wasn't really called episode 1. I've just dropped my notepad. And episode 2 doesn't really exist because it's not really recorded yet, because that's what I'm doing now, obviously, and I'm 17 seconds into it. So yeah, I guess... No, it's not really episode 2, is it? It's just What's Going On, recorded on Tuesday, the 2nd of October 2012. That's obviously in the Earth calendar, not in, like, the Mercury calendar or Jupiter's, because they would be completely different, and I'm not even sure they have a calendar. I'm guessing they will have a calendar. Someone on Earth would have assigned a calendar. I'm not sure anything that actually lives there, if that's actually possible, will have developed a calendar. I don't think they're in the sort of evolutionary barrier where they can create it. I don't think they have the technology, intelligence, or will to create a calendar. Not that they probably need one either. Anyway, what's going on? This is just basically a question and answers sort of thing, a channel update, that sort of thing. So it's not amusing in the slightest, no jokes, no explosions. Please feel free to move along if that's what you're looking for. I've got plenty of other videos on the channel, or you can go and, box with a rhino. Actually, that's probably a stupid idea. Don't go boxing with a rhino. That's just totally insane. Just don't bother. All I'm saying is you can do something else. Don't feel obliged to watch this, or even you're not compelled. There's no hypnotism going on to say stare at this or anything like that. So feel free to move on. Obviously the game in the background is Blockade Runner, as you probably well know. If you don't know, then it's Blockade Runner, really, isn't it? Surprisingly, what you're watching is actually the bit that I cut out of the last video, which is episode 16 of Building and Blockade Runner. I didn't show it because I didn't really record any voice on it, so I've just put it over here just so you can stare at something instead of just a black screen. Unless you've actually turned your monitor off, of course, in which case you're obviously watching on a black screen. Or you might not even be using a monitor, you might be using something else, but I'm not going to go through all them because we'll be here forever if I try to list all the things that you could be watching it on. Anyway, right, question answers. I've had a lot of questions. Well, not a lot, really. I've got, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 questions actually written down. Look, written down. That's paper. I mean, I could just be rustling paper for all you know, and I said look, obviously you can't see it because, well, it's paper and this is voice, and that's just not how it works. And my voice isn't good enough to describe accurately exactly what's on the paper, although I could just read it, couldn't I? Anyway, right. Questions. There's a couple of questions I've had, and I've answered them like several times in certain videos, so I'm just going to go and just tell you the answers now and then deal with it. I think I've answered a couple of these about 10 times on different videos, so I'll quickly run through it. Question 1, Scrumble Ship videos. I did one video on Scrumble Ship, which seems to have gone down well. People seem to like it, and the common theme is please do more Scrumble Ship. We want more Scrumble Ship. Answer, yes, I will be doing more Scrumble Ship, but I don't know when. I am going to be doing more Scrumble Ship, but I can't really do it in a Let's Play, like a standard Let's Play format, because it's not really, the game's not really in a state where I can play it, because there's not really much gameplay there. I'll have to do it in like a Let's Build format. Like I do sort of Blockade Runner style, or the Minecraft ones that I did as well. So I guess it will be in that format. When I actually do it, I'm not too sure, but I guess it depends on when. I think when like an update comes out, I might then do another one, and I might. I think what I'll be doing is finishing off the Blockade Runner build before I start that. Actually, I don't even know if that's the case. I might just start on a Scrumble Ship build. I'm not too sure. I am not too sure. I'll have to look into it because I'm not too sure how big you can make things in Scrumble Ship yet and that sort of thing. But yes, I am going to be making more videos of it. It will be in a Let's Build format, and that will be at some point. Can't give you an exact estimate. There's no point in me saying, oh, it's going to be in a couple of weeks when I don't actually know. So I'll just be honest. Just be honest with people. I don't know. I will be making more. Don't know when. Next, Kerbal Space Program. I haven't really touched on this for a bit. I have 4 videos done. The 5th one is a bit in limbo at the moment. I have recorded bits of it. It wasn't really good enough, so I ditched it. I will be doing another one. I'm trying to get to the Mun, as you may know. They've also brought out an update since I've last done it, so there's loads of other planets and that sort of thing, so I'll have to look into that. I just can't make it interesting at the moment, which is why it's sort of in limbo, and I don't want to put something out that's a bit bleh. So when I can make that interesting, it will be released. I'm hoping to try and sort it mid or late this week, unless obviously you're not watching this sort of in this release date. If you're watching this a week after this being released, then it might not be released, or it might not be. So yeah, I mean that could be the case, and if you're watching it back in time, then you know that's just genius, and I don't know how you've done that. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, so Kerbal Space Program, yes, I'm doing more. When again, I don't know. There's not really an answer to this. I'm sort of going maybe, and then they're not really telling you. Yes, FTL, still doing FTL. I have another video on the horizon. I've been asking questions. What ship do people want to see next? I think Stealth Ship and the Federation Cruiser are the contenders at the moment, but if you basically just let me know which ones you want, and the winner I'll do the next one, and then the run-up I'll probably do the one after that. It depends how many FTL videos I do, because I've already done 2. I still play it. I've played it loads. I play it loads when I'm not recording, so it's one of them games that I like just to sit on and play by myself. Well, I mean, it's a single-player game. What else am I going to do? I can't really play it multiplayer. Anyway, so yes, I will be doing more of them as well. That'll probably be might be the end of this week and next week, again with the previous thing that I said about it. You might not be watching this the week it's released and blah blah blah. Okay, next, what music do I use in my videos? All of them are in the description. That's answered. Done. Moving on. If you want to know, no, not really moving on. If you want to know what video I use in the video, if you want to know what music I use in the videos, it's in the description. I list all the music I use. If it's not listed in there, it's part of the game, and I do say that at the bottom. It's part of the game. So there. Next, well, probably is this the last one? I don't know. Why do I do so many Blockade Runner videos? I've got this a lot recently as well. The reason is that for something like Scrumble Ship, it takes me about, I don't know, maybe a couple of days to do. I record a couple of hours worth. I don't know how many hours exactly. I think Scrumble Ship was about 2.5 hours, and then I will chop it down, make the video, blah blah. But because I horribly stumble over my own words and can't really speak and all them sort of things, and edit it down and blah, etc, so forth and blah blah blah, yakety schmackety, it takes me about 2 days to do. Obviously that's with some sleeping and eating and doing other things, in between. But it takes me a couple of days to do. A Blockade Runner build video, I can record an hour of building and chop that down and get it produced in about 4 hours. Which is still really slow. I know I'm unprofessional, I know I'm rubbish at it, but hey ho, that's the fact. So I can get a Blockade Runner video done in less time, so that's why there's more of them. If I could actually do, I could actually put out more. I could probably put out a Blockade Runner video a day if I set my mind to it and really worked at it, and then, but then there wouldn't be anything else. So I don't know whether people want that or not. I'm not too sure. That brings me on to another point. A couple of people saying, "Oh, why don't you do like a standard unedited Let's Play?" That's because I can't really talk very well, and I tend to trip my own words and stumble about, and just generally talk rubbish about kangaroos and that sort of thing. My mind wanders, and I try to especially edit a lot of the blundering out. The rambling so much I leave in because people seem to, for whatever reason, think that's good, and who am I to argue? What next? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I've got a couple of new series ideas, but unfortunately one of them requires permission from from developers that I know I'm not going to get permission of. When I say developers, I actually mean publishers, and there's no chance of that at all. And the other one is, well, the other one actually is the one I said about doing like a unedited standard Let's Play format where I just run through them. Again, that might happen if I can actually learn to speak, which is one of the reasons why I do these videos, I guess, isn't it? But that's the reason why I do these videos is a big long subject and pretty boring and whatnot, and yeah, we might come to that at some point, but not today, I'm afraid. I think that's pretty much it. That's all the questions answered. I will be doing... Well, no, this is Tuesday, so you will have already, well, the Blockade Runner video is already out, so it was out yesterday, and unless I go see you watching this, I think I've mentioned once or twice now that you should probably be watching this on the same day it's released, because then a lot of what I said doesn't really make any sense. But if I go ahead this week, Blockade Runner video is on Monday, then this one on Tuesday, then Wednesday might be Blockade Runner or FTL or Kerbal Space Program, or the 3 other things I'm working on that I don't want to mention yet. There might be quite a bit, yes, yeah, there could be anything really. I'm lucky enough that I can just go, I fancy doing that, and as long as I got permission, I'll just do that, which is all good. Oh yeah, one more thing as well, Kerbal Space Program, I'm going back to that. For whatever reason, in 1 day alone, I've gained 41 subscribers in 1 day off the Kerbal Space Program video in 1 day. If any of you are from that, like if any of you found your way from that, please tell me where you found that from, because 41 it was like gained 1 subscriber, gained 1 subscriber, gained 41. So it's obviously been linked somewhere. So if you know where that was, then can you let me know? Because I'd like to thank that person, or at least, you know, see where it's been linked and that sort of thing. I'm interested to find out where that came from, because it's a bit dodgy when I was looking at it and going, oh, gained 1, lost 1, gained 1, gained 1, lost 1, gained 41. Whoa, where'd that come from? So yes, if you came from that, or you know why that happened, then let me know in the comments, please, and I'd like to check that out, because that was a bit of an anomaly. Yeah, the subscribe numbers, actually, it's gone up, gone quite up a bit, actually. I think we're on 920 something or something like that at the time of recording, so not too bad. I'm not, like, I think I mentioned the other before, I'm not really one for the counting of numbers, but it's nice to know that that many people are, well, they're just hanging about for whatever reason. Again, for whatever the reason, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what the appeal is. Not really selling the channel here, am I? No, not really too sure. But that's okay, that's all fine, that's all good. Again, one of the reasons why I do this video, it's hard for me to read things like that, so, you know, again, dry subject, we'll go into that at some point later. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. If you've got any other questions, etc., etc., then put them in this video and I'll answer them in this video. Well, don't put them in this video, obviously put them in the comments of this video, because you can't really edit the video and put that in. Well, if you can actually, then you probably hack my channel, and then please don't do anything messy, don't delete it or anything like that. I'm happy as it is, just don't mess it about. Okay, yeah, like I say, questions in the comments and I'll answer them as best I can. That's pretty much it. Sorry for being a bit boring and bland and whatnot, but that's just my general state of mind, I think. It's just an empty grey room with a sprung iron bed in the middle, making creaking noises, and black and white grain everywhere, with wood surround windows, with a breeze blowing in, and the howl of a wolf. Yeah. And balloons and party poppers everywhere, yeah! Okay, right, thank you very much for watching, take care, and generic greetings. It's not even generic greetings, is it? Generic farewells, even. Ah, good grief. I thought I'd managed 12 minutes without messing something up. No, just no. Generic farewells, take care.